Hey, what's going on, guys? It's John, and as you can see, I'm somewhere else. It's been a really long time. I'm at college now. I go to Rutgers in New Brunswick. Why I haven't been making a lot of videos is because overall I was not really playing that much of a variety of games. I was playing a lot of fighting games, and that's really all I was playing with a couple games here and there. Like I played Parasite Eve all the way through, which was a very good game. If you haven't played it yet, you should just get it on the PSN store. It's not that expensive. Even a physical copy is not that expensive if you're looking for that. It's like I think $17 or some shit like that on the PSN store. I think it's a $6 game instead of a $10 game. I don't remember. It was a while ago, but it's a very short game that I feel is to the point, has absolutely no filler, and I think the way the story worked and like it was always had high suspense that it works better in the short format. I think that you can't drag on that suspense for too long. It only took me like 7-8 hours to finish though, but I had a lot of fun with it. Um, Another one that I played through most of was Tales of Destiny. I got to the last few hours in the game. I want to finish it sometime soon. I'm probably going to bring it down here. I did not bring my PS1 or any PS1 games down with me. Um, and the thing I felt bad is I had a good time with it. It's a very old school action RPG. Um, there are a few problems with it. The encounter rate's really high, and for the beginning of the game, the grinding takes a really long time. But eventually it starts to speed up. The rate that you gain levels at. You eventually get spells to repel your enemies, but I mean, I don't think you should even need to do that. I think how those spells should work is that you get a very low encounter rate instead of an average encounter rate. But they're not the biggest issues with me. I felt the story was pretty standard but enjoyable, and I really like the battle system. I had a lot of fun with it. But it's I can see why a lot of people wouldn't like it over these flaws. Um, and a lot of people, I think that in general RPG stories aren't very good. I mean, I think they're all pretty standard, but I think what makes them stand out is the character development. But yeah, the stories are usually the same thing. And in general, I used to be, when I first started this channel, a very big RPG player. Certainly not what I am anymore. I mean, I still like RPGs a lot, but I don't play them all the time. Like it's my main, my favorite genre now. I play more fighting games. Um, Games that I started up recently. Resistance 3. I've been playing a lot of the multiplayer of. It's Move compatible. But I said fuck the Move. I'm not getting one of those. It's kind of dumb. Might be cool for this game, but it's $150 that I don't want to spend, or however much it is. Um, One thing to take note of is this is the only game in the series that does not offer the large multiplayer lobbies. I believe it was 60 in Resistance 2 or 64, something like that. This one's 16, which I personally like smaller games for certain modes. For deathmatch, I certainly don't like it to be like 64 players. Team deathmatch, it's fine, and capture the flag, it works, and objective based modes. But I would have really liked them to have the option to put on a lot of players. And one thing I think this game suffers for as far as multiplayer goes, which a lot of games do, is the fact that this is exclusive to the PS3, and I find PSN to be very hit or miss, going from game to game, which which is unfortunate because I like the PS3 as a console a lot more than I do the Xbox. I like the store more. I like the exclusives it has more. I like the controller more. I like the overall, XMB system. But I don't like the online service at all. It's terrible. It doesn't have nearly as much features as Xbox Live has that promotes, more competitive play. I feel, such as the whole microphone, you know, the whole party system. It doesn't really use it so much as like I don't know what the right word is, but as interacting with other players, yeah, I don't feel as at the level it should be for this generation of gaming. I really think what pushes Xbox Live over the edge is one, promoting the use of microphones and having ways to do it in between other games, and to the player base, which I think is influenced by the atmosphere that it gives off. Um, that's really all. I mean, yeah, I really didn't play much. Um, but yeah, my whole fighting game competitiveness has gone down as of late since I moved in here. I don't have as much time to invest. The only real time I get to have legitimate matches are Thursday nights when there's gatherings, the student center. But I don't go to all of them. It's a Thursday night. I'm not. I don't necessarily want to play video games. Uh, I'm probably gonna end up going out. Um, what else? I also don't really like what Capcom's been putting out as of late, and those are the games that get the most attention. I'm interested in games like Melty Blood, Arcana Heart, which even though I do feel Arcana Heart does promote bad decisions, such as the fact that the meter gains automatically and at a very fast rate, which I think it promotes to use all your meter, which in most games you wouldn't necessarily want to do. Actually, you would definitely not want to do, because I don't think it has a very strong emphasis on meter management. Yeah, I'm interested in those two. Guilty Gear, of course, and the new Persona game. The Persona fighting game. I think looks pretty interesting. I want to see more on it. It kind of reminds me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, with the gameplay. Um, what else? But yeah, I mean, I'm interested in those games, but unfortunately, they don't get the attention that Capcom games do and Tekken does. And Capcom as of late, I feel Arcade Edition has a very bad balance. I don't like. I mean, I like Street Fighter 4 system. I like the way it plays. Um, I like the characters. Yeah, I like the characters for the most part, but I feel that it was made in such a way that it tailored towards three characters. As you can see, even at Evo, if you watch that, the majority of top 32 or top 64, whatever it is, a large portion of that were Yun and Fei Long players. The majority of them, which shouldn't be happening. And, you look at 2010's Evo results, top eight, there was only two players that used the same character. So, I mean, that's what goes to show you how well balanced the game is. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the damage scaling I think is way too high. It's way too random. I don't find it really a viable. No, I want to say viable competitively. I think it's just too random to tell. I think there comes a point in skill level where when you're at the highest skill level that you're more relying on somebody screwing up, like whole Phoenix deal, and whatever. And even sometimes it's whoever gets the first hit, because most combos, it's 100% life anyway. Which is why I'm not really a big fan of it, but I do still play it. I managed to have fun with it, but that's really only because there's competition in it. And the same thing, reason why I still play AE. I think the 2012 AE bounce patch seems promising. Hopefully, it will get me more into Street Fighter 4 in general. I mean, I think I'll always be competing, but not at the level that I normally did before, and or the time investment that I had before into it. So yeah, I'm gonna be making videos more now because I just feel like it. So anyway, expect more from me, you know, relatively soon, and I will be talking to you guys later. Take it easy.